the slope. We want to determine the slope. And it's in standard form. And if you solve for y, you can find the slope easily there. Okay? Make sure you show your work so we can help you on any mistakes. Okay? Number 2, determine the slope of a line passing through -3, -6, and 9, -12. Show your work. Again, here you use the slope formula. You know that slope formula by heart. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So use the slope formula to find the slope. Okay? Looking for slope there too. All right? Okay. Number 3. A baseball diamond is a square that is 90 feet on each side. What is the distance from home to second base? All right? It is a square. So think about that. Of course, it's a little bit like this. I just put a square there, but it's kind of turned on its side. Looks like a diamond. But it's 90 feet, 90 feet, 90 feet, and 90 feet. All right? So we want to know the distance from home to second base. So it's kind of like a diagonal. All right? Use the Pythagorean theorem. All right? Use the Pythagorean theorem to find the distance from home to second. And again, this square is just a regular square, but if you can visualize you turning it and looking diagonal, we want to find the distance diagonal. If you see my arrow here, all right, and it's 90 feet by 90 feet by 90 feet by 90 feet. So if I know this and this, then I can do it. And remember, Pythagorean theorem is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. Okay. Number 4, graph the line y equals 5. What is the slope of this line? Okay, so we've got a line that's y equals 5. All right. Tell me what the slope of that is. Tell me what the slope of that is. All right. And then number 5, graph the line x equals -4. What is the slope of this line? So again, we want to know what is the slope of the line x equals -4. All right. Okay. Number 6. What is the equation of a line with a slope of 3? All right. That's very, very important. That goes through the point 2, 8. All right. So I'm going to put a rectangle around here because this is important. Slope of 3 that goes through 0.28. Step 1, substitute the slope, which is m, and the x and y coordinates from the ordered pair into the slope-intercept formula y equals mx plus b. So we're going to substitute. You got the slope, you got the x and y coordinate, now substitute it in here. Okay? Once you do that, step 2 says use inverse operations and solve for b. Show your work. So once you've got these substituted in, step 2 tells you to solve for b. Okay? Now, step 3 says now substitute the slope, which is m, and the y-intercept, which is b. So, into this formula, y equals mx plus b. So, listen up closely. Once you do step 2 and you've solved for b, you know what b equals, you're going to go down here to step 3, and you're going to substitute again the slope, which is here, slope of 3. And then the y-intercept, which is what you just solved for, and put it in this formula here, and then you should have one of these answers. Okay, and we did a bunch of these in class this week. Got any questions, raise your hand on this one, okay? Number 7, same way. What is the equation of a line that passes through 4, 5, and 8, 3? Use the slope formula to calculate the slope. And I put that in red again, slope formula. So basically we're going to do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 to find the slope. Once you find the slope, we're going to go down here to step 2 and substitute the slope, which is m, and the x and y coordinates from either of the ordered pair. This is a key word, either. So you need to just pick whichever ordered pair you want to use. 4, 5, or 8, 3. It doesn't matter. You pick which one you want to use. So once you find the slope, and you're going to pick the ordered pair, you're going to substitute those in and put it in this formula, y equals mx plus b. Once you do that, you're going to solve for b, just like we just did in number 6. Once you solve for b, you're going to substitute the slope, which you found in the slope formula, and the y-intercept, which you just solved for, and put it in this form, and you should have one of these answers here. Okay? Pay close attention to your negative and positives, okay? Raise your hand if you got any questions on that. Number 8, if y varies directly, that's the key word, directly, with x, and y equals -4 when x is 6, find y when x is equal to -9. Show your work. Direct variation, y equals kx. Once you do this, you're going to start substitute. Y, -4, x, 6, solve for k. Once you find k, you're going to find this part of it, okay? So solve for k by substituting that in there. Then once you find k, you're going to substitute this in for x and find what y equals. You should have one of these. Raise your hand if you got any questions on this one as well, okay? And then number 9, make sure you read this well. The student council is selling Spirit t-shirts during Spirit Week. There is a one-time fee of $20 for the design and $5 to print each shirt. Write a linear equation in slope-intercept form to represent this real-life situation. Let y equal total cost and x equal number of shirts. So the one-time fee is $20, and then there's $5 to print each shirt. Okay? One-time fee, $20, $5 to print each shirt. And then number 10, to calculate the cost for a taxi ride, the driver charges a flat fee of $3.50 and 50 cents per mile. Write a linear equation in slope-intercept form to represent this real-life situation. Let y equal total cost and x equal number of miles. These are important. So the flat fee, $3.50, then there's 50 cents per mile. Write that in slope-intercept form. Okay? Once again, guys, if you got any questions, raise your hand. I'll be around monitoring. Okay? Good luck.